Okay, okay. Hi guys. Nice to see you all. Let me just change my little thing here. Okay, who wants to get going? I would love to hear some check-ins, some wins, and some updates about where you're at and whatever questions you have. I see Kenithia's hands up first. Go ahead, Kenithia.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, Sorry, I'm always driving to talk to you. I have a lot of wins to report. Um, I, I I'm pretty sure I've lost some weight. I don't even know where better in general about how I look and
Shoot,
how I
Kenithia,
look in my
hold on one second.
clothes.
Hold on one second. Is this Kenithia's connection or is it mine? I
Okay.
can't tell. Is she breaking up for you guys? She's
Yes.
breaking up. Okay. Kenithia, I'm getting like every other word.
Oh, sorry. Um, I can pull over in a minute.
Okay. Okay, maybe once you
Or
pull over, I
let me
think it'll be
turn
better.
my video off.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
turn
still
my
it's
video
still really
off.
bad. Okay. Yeah, Kenithia, let me know when you pull over. Okay, AB.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, so I've had some really good wins. I feel like 2025 was releasing a lot of the emotional, like dealing with healing all of the emotional stuff.
Yep.
Um, and so this holiday wasn't great, but it was better than it's been. So it's progress. Um, the the question, well, two questions I have. One is like over the last couple of weeks, my eating and exercise, like everything is rocking and rolling again.
Great.
Um, and so now I'm starting to notice like, oh, I was online shopping and bought stuff that I didn't really need. So does it like, so my first question is, does the emotional stuff like permutate to other, like, because I've heard the reverse. Like if you drink too much alcohol, focusing on the food can sometimes heal the alcohol.
Yep.
Does the reverse happen? Is my
It
first
can.
question.
It
Okay.
can in the very beginning. How long have you been doing this for?
More than 6 months. Like I've been doing this long enough, but it's a weird, or maybe I'm just not aware. Like maybe I was always shopping and I just wasn't aware of it, but now that I'm not focused on food,
Well, I mean, is that true? I mean, can you go back and look at your statements and see how much you were spending? And
I can go back and look. I don't know if it was, I mean, I can't tell you right now, but I don't know.
yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't have a good answer for you. If you often when you release certain emotional patterns, the other ones will become more obvious. So either you're just now aware of them or they sometimes they can get worse before they get better. But if you've been doing this for 6 months, my guess would be that you're just now more aware of them,
Okay.
which is
And
great because that's the first step in reversing something, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So do I then like ball of light it? Echo tap?
Yeah, you could ball of light it, you could push it away, you could tell yourself that you're not gonna do it and then see what comes up. Yeah. Put
Okay.
yourself on a budget, see what happens.
Okay. All right. And then my other question, because I still like, I think I've healed the relationship with food, or it's much healthier. And I'm trying to figure out what a reasonable like goal weight is.
Okay.
And no one has a good, like I've talked to my doctor, I've talked to my trainer,
Yeah.
the BMI insurance thing clearly, like, but, and I don't know if it's a diet mentality that wants something to focus on, but there's also like a, okay, well, I'm this much closer that,
Yeah. You know, Yeah, I agree that I don't think focusing on a number is good just because of just also because of the way our primal brain works. Our primal brain doesn't actually want us to lose anything. And so if you're focused on how can I get here and all you're thinking about is loss, it just I don't know, that strategy never worked for me. And most people that I know that are successful with weight, the weight loss part of it, they never focus on the weight. I would say some strategies could be focusing on foods to add in, like if you're not eating tons of fruits and veggies, you can focus on adding in veggies, not like I'm not going to eat this, but I am going to start eating this. Or you could start to focus on movement. I would say those two things. I would pick one or the other. Don't try to do both at the same time. One or the other. I would just pick one for 30 days. And once you get really good at that, and once it becomes second nature, it might even take 60 days, then you can add the second one in. I think that's, picking some sort of steps goals or picking some sort of like workout frequency goal. I think that would be better behoove you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But congratulations on healing your relationship with food. That's awesome. What was it
Yeah.
like when you first started?
Oh, I ate so much junk, and I was not at all in touch with my feelings. And now, like, I'll check in a few times throughout the day. How am I feeling? And I've discovered swimming. So swimming is now not movement, but mental health because it
Great.
brings out the stress. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Kenithia, are you
Yeah, let's see if is it
part?
better now?
I
Is
think
it
so.
good?
So far, so good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, another win is seeing my friend Arwen here because she's the one that turned me on to you and shared you, and
Awesome.
that's how I went down those rabbit holes.
No
So grateful
way.
for her. Yeah, yeah. Um,
Wait, Arwen was the last person that just spoke. Her
yes,
name says AB, so I didn't. Okay.
yes.
Oh, cool. How fun.
Yeah, yeah. We spent the summer, 10 days together this summer. It was so fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Um, So I was saying, or trying to say, rah, rah, rah. I've had a bunch of wins. I do feel like I've released weight. I don't know where my scale is, but I feel like clothes are better. I've even like maybe bought a few things smaller. Um, just feeling overall like really good.
Oh,
Um,
good, honey. I'm so happy for
yeah,
you.
yeah. And like emotionally, mentally, I'm actually like when something happens, I'm taking a moment to feel it before I try to like shift it into something else and not
Wow.
shoving some food on top of it. So it's been really good. So I'm excited about
Congratulations.
that. Yeah, yeah. The one thing where I could use some support, and I think I heard that you have maybe a YouTube series on abundance because I'm struggling a bit with knowing what I want to do as far as bringing in money and like um yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty there, and in the past that has caused the food to like be a problem, so I don't want to spin out because of that for any reason. I'd like to get a handle on it. So, I don't know if you have anything to offer in terms of like just being available for more. I am trusting more just in general. I think this work with you has allowed that, given me space to just trust that things are flowing and happening as they should, but I think there's some work to do with the abundance piece.
Yeah, it's not something that I would call myself an expert on. But what I have noticed is that when I've healed my relationship with food and, all the things that I have addictions for, that
Hmm.
part of my life gets a lot better. I am going deeper into it in my smaller container, the 90 day reinvention container. So for the people that want to work on that, we are still enrolling in that up until the 12th. So if you wanted to join that, we can talk, more strategy there because we'll have more time. I do have one YouTube video that I've heard lots of great results about, and Margaret Lynch is a good friend of mine who teaches tapping, money for tapping, EFT for tapping,
Okay.
or EFT for money.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I would say she's probably more of the abundance person than I am. She's got a lot of cool YouTube videos, so I would probably watch
Okay.
something from her.
All right. I'll try that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congrats on all the wins too. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Marlene.
Hi, good morning. Uh,
Hi.
well, on a win is I started all this last February, and from doing the tapping, I have so much better control over food that I'm really grateful for that, Brittany.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I was a real hiding kind of sweets eater, right? And I don't have that now. I
mm.
I just I have control over sweets, which is a huge thing. And another part was I was really bad at um, rewarding myself from any little accomplishments by when I'm out driving by going to a drive-through. And now I don't do that. And so
Wow.
that's a huge plus, right?
That's a huge win. Yeah.
Yeah. And also was able to unpeel some emotions around family dynamics, which has been another huge one. So,
Mm.
going into 2026, um, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about doing some fasting, but I'm not great at it. But I'm drinking some lemon water and ginger today. Um, what do you
You know,
think?
Marlene, don't do that. We are gonna have we're working on this schedule right now, but I know you're in the tapping circle. In the tapping circle, we have two of our coaches are experts in menopause and fasting, and they're also coaches with me. So I would wait until I know you've healed your relationship with food, but I would wait to do anything until you go to some of those classes and learn more about that.
Okay.
I think they'll have really good ways of teaching you. You know, most people that teach that kind of stuff, they don't have a disordered relationship with food.
Okay.
So I think it's really important that you have somebody that has experienced both sides and knows how to combine the two. And that's why I'm really excited about the coaches that we have now and that they're able to teach these new skill sets to our students.
Okay.
So yeah, I get and I think there is a benefit to having like boundaries with food. Like I wouldn't call them like rules or fasting. I would call it like eating boundaries.
Yeah.
For me, I would need to change the word in order for it to work for me. Um, but I would wait before you do anything like that because it can sometimes backfire.
Thanks. One trouble I'm still having is I wait too long to eat in the morning, and then I'm uh basically I usually eat between noon and 2, and then I'm thinking that's going to be my like meal of the day because never have been like a 3 meal a day person anyway. And then I find in the evening I'm hungry, and so even last night I was looking in the cupboard and decided to have some old fashioned oatmeal with raisins. Um, but at the same time, I need to knock off that, I don't know, eating 3 hours before I go to bed.
Yeah. Sometimes if you force yourself to eat in the morning, you can change that behavior. You know, our bodies, we are animals. And so if you know you've healed your relationship with food to the extent that you have, I would, I would try, not force, that's probably not the right word, but I would try to put yourself on an eating schedule where you are eating, you know, first thing in the morning before you drink coffee or before you do anything else. There's supposed to be like really good hormone, you know, there's really good hormone balancing property or reasons for that too. So see if you can get it. It only would takes a week or two to get your body trained to eat earlier in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably all it is.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome.
Happy.
Yeah, you too. Happy New Year. Hi, Crystal.
Um, I my wins. I made it through the Christmas season with baking cookies and only eating three through the whole time. So that's a very, very plus because otherwise I would, have eaten more.
It's a huge
Uh,
win.
and the other thing that uh, like I made something sweet that I wanted, but I had like two pieces of it and then I threw the rest away. Just
Hmm.
threw the pie out. It's like, I don't need this. I don't want this, you know.
Wow.
So being able to throw away food is like, a major, win. It's a
That's
major
a
win for
huge
me.
win.
Yeah, to be able to realize that I don't, just because I have it, it doesn't mean I have to eat it and I don't, it's okay to throw it away.
Hmm.
So that's my major wins for the season here. Um, my question for you is there's still something in my subconscious or my paradigm, my limiting paradigms that says that I cannot release weight. And I don't know how to get at it. I don't know the best way to be trying to get the mindset to be different, or letting my subconscious know that no, I don't need this anymore. I don't want it anymore. I don't need it. It's not serving me. How do I release it? How do I change my set point?
That's kind of all we do. That's all this program does. So I guess you'd
Right.
you'd have to tell me what techniques have you focused on and
What
what parts of the program have you ignored?
Okay, what have I ignored? Um, I'm not sure, Brittany. I know that when I was doing my one-on-ones, that we got at a whole bunch of deeper stuff.
Yeah,
So,
you have to do a lot more than the one-on-ones. You have to do your own tapping in order for this to really work. So,
okay,
because 90% of the time that you want to eat and you're not really hungry, you're not going to have a coaching session scheduled. And
true.
it's those moments that it's important to catch yourself and to do the techniques. That's why it's so technique driven and so technique heavy, because there's a strategy for whatever the problem is, there's a strategy to overcome that. And so if you're not doing the push the food away when you want to eat and you know you're not really hungry, then you're not going to get the results. If you're not doing the anger work when you want to sabotage and you know that you've made progress, you're not going to get the results. So
Okay,
this is
so
yeah, this is a subconscious problem, but the whole program addresses that.
so more tapping when I'm recognizing, um, it's because I'm not wanting to eat. In fact, I think I'm eating too little, and that might be the issue. Um, uh, that I'm not, my body is going into the starve mode.
Yeah.
Um, and uh, I'm not eating different foods. But when I'm tapping at the points when I feel like, I'm just stuck. I don't know. I don't know when to do it because to push the food away. I have no issues right now with food or throwing it away or
Okay.
even wanting it.
Okay.
Um, so it's
So how much movement are you getting?
I walk my dog twice a day. So probably, and I'm doing, on average, I am doing about 8,000 steps a day.
Okay.
Um, uh, which isn't bad because I have been struggling with back issues. So, and I also work out twice a week with a physical therapist.
Okay.
So I'm getting movement, but it's like the body doesn't want to respond to the underlying whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes
frustration buster script somebody just put in there. All right. Um,
yeah, definitely using being frustrated with your body. I mean, it's hard for me to know because I'm hearing lots of different answers from you. So,
right.
I don't know and I don't I'm hearing you're under eating. I'm hearing you might still have a challenging relationship with food. I know there's subconscious blocks because that's the cause of all of this stuff. But I mean, 8,000 steps a day is a lot. I don't even know if I get 8,000 steps a day, and I'm pretty active. Like if we looked at your phone right now or your Apple Watch, it would say 8,000 steps a day is an average.
Yeah, I have it set for 7,000 is my
Okay,
minimum. So I'm reaching that most days.
that's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm yeah, I'm active,
okay.
but I guess I just need to look at more of the scripts around whatever the that tell me that, it's okay to it's that I'm safe.
Well,
That I'm
all the
safe to
techniques
release
do
the weight.
that. That's what all
Yeah.
the techniques do, right?
Okay.
So catching yourself when you're overeating or catching yourself when you're eating and you're not really hungry, those are going to be the number one
Huh.
um like levers for how to create that emotional safety. Following a script, it's like a nice to have, but it's not going to fix the core problem,
Okay.
right? How much anger work have you done? Have you done any anger work?
I did quite a bit when I was doing the one-on-ones.
Okay,
So and released a lot of stuff.
great.
Um,
I
but
think frustration, when you get to a place where you're frustrated with your body, I think that's another, it's another entry point into anger work. And especially if you're
got it.
dealing with self-sabotage and if you're wanting to like shortcut the process, that would be my best suggestion.
Okay. All right. I need to look at it as frustration is anger.
Yeah, I would take the
Okay.
frustration that you're feeling with your body. I mean, I don't know how long have you had this results? Have they been consistent? Your body also might be like, well, she's not eating cookies right now, but what about in a month from now or in 2 months from now? Did you just make all these changes and now you're expecting the weight to be gone? Like there's an
No,
adjustment
yeah,
period
it's
with your
been a
body.
year. It's been over a year, that I've been slowly losing. So, um, and
Oh, okay. So you have been losing.
oh yeah, I have. It just
Oh,
I can't seem to get past this point. It's
well,
like,
how much did you
yeah,
lose?
I lost about 40
40 pounds?
hmm over the
That's
last year.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm happy with that. And clothes are fitting better, and I have bought some smaller sizes, but I feel like I'm stuck. Like it just doesn't want to budge
Okay.
any further.
Yeah, then my advice is the
Anger.
same. I would use the frustration as the entry point into anger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will do
Okay.
more of that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you guys have lost 40 pounds, start with that usually. Just so I can get a whole picture of the puzzle, or if you've lost weight or if you've made like a significant change in your body, lead with that because it'll help us shortcut the process and it'll help me figure out what's going on a lot easier. Okay. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Um, my big win is just starting and showing up today. So I purchased kind of the uh, workshop or whatever it is in the end of November and just had so much going on that I was so overwhelmed already
Hmm.
that it was like, okay, I'm gonna start once once I'm past traveling and all the things with the holidays. And so here I am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And I've been doing healing work through tapping and through constellation family systems kind of stuff for about a year now.
Okay.
And one of the things that led me to this was to you was realizing my mind is very active.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I do to kind of, I realize what I layer on top of that to kind of help manage that is the food noise. Because
Okay.
if I'm thinking it, if I'm eating, right, it's quiet. If I'm um, thinking about my next food, that
Yeah.
helps quiet it. And it's all shifted some with just the awareness of it. But going into this, what should I think about? What should I look for kind of as I'm stepping into to this work new and fresh?
Honestly, Cheryl, you just got to dive right in because each module is like its own separate problem solver. So whether you struggle with relation or cravings or or the food noise. There's a solution for everything. So if yeah, I mean, just start with module one and go through it. Learn how to do the ball of light technique. Learn how to do the push the food away. I would say those are the two like easiest first things that take some time. The ball of light is definitely very easy. The push the food away can take some time to do. But if you just focus on those two techniques, and then I don't know if you have one-on-one coaching or not, but if you do some of the heavier work with your one-on-one coach, or once you, or if you don't, get once you get more comfortable with the more challenging techniques, you can dive into the deeper stuff later on. I think that's the right way to do this. But get some small wins under your belt first.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have one-on-one coaching. I think it came for a month with
Yeah,
purchasing it,
this is
but I'm
group
a month
coaching.
out.
Yeah, one-on-one coaching. I think you would know if you bought it. You get an email from your coach.
Yeah, I get the emails. I just don't know if, since I'm a month out, if it's still active because I'm just starting.
Your coach would email you and she would schedule calls. I
Okay,
mean, you can, yeah,
I'll
you can
figure
upgrade
it
to
out.
that. Yeah, you can upgrade to that. That's no problem. But I mean, I think if you're just getting your feet wet and if you're just starting, just go through module one, learn the ball of light, learn how to do the ball of light, and then learn how to do the push the food away. If you learn how to do those two techniques, you'll make a lot of progress. But those are the techniques that you usually have to do on your own, because when you have a craving, you're usually on your own. When you want to eat emotionally, you're usually on your own. So if you really learn how to do those two techniques very, very well and apply them when those challenges come up, then you can make a lot of progress on your own.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Margaret, I don't see your
Morning. I'm
hi.
sorry. I have an old computer, no camera.
Okay.
So, and I hate using my phone to do this. Um, I had a couple of wins. I've been making better food choices. Um, and a couple of weeks ago, when we did tapping for anger, I did frustration.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like I've had a life change.
Oh, that makes me so happy, Margaret. But when we did it in the
And
study group, is that what you're talking about?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And my situation, I have a friend that has Alzheimer's. We've
Hmm.
been friends for 25 years. And I go to see her once a week. And it's just very frustrating for me to see her decline and change.
Yeah.
But after tapping, it was such a release. And I found that I've now set boundaries with her that
Hmm.
I did not have before.
Hmm.
Um, I still talk to her on the phone, but if I don't just answer every call when she calls me,
Hmm.
things like that. Uh, but it's kind of had a domino effect. Um, like I say, I'm making better food choices, but I had an accident about 3 years ago and wrecked both of my knees, and I'm back to doing my therapy and getting myself more mobile. Um, just ready to make other changes in my life too, and I think they're all positive, and it
Hmm.
all stems from, like I say, kind of a domino effect from the release of some of this frustration.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you for sharing that, Margaret. That's so great to hear.
So yeah, I still have work to do. Uh, I still have love-hate relationship with chocolate, but I'm working on that.
Okay. Okay. Good. Well, it sounds, do you know what to do? Do you know the next step to take?
Um, I don't know. I just keep, I have a whole list of things to tap for anger on. That is one of my realizations. I thought I didn't have that much anger, but once I started
Yeah.
listing, um, it's like, oh, and this and this. And last week, when I'm taking my cat to get her nails trimmed, I drove by where I used to work, and I thought, oh, I wonder if Billy still works there. It's a guy that worked in my department that I helped a lot when his mom was sick. And anyway, I asked him for a favor after I left work, and he didn't even acknowledge my request for information. I didn't ask him to do anything. But I thought, I need to add Billy to my list. So, so I called my house and left myself a message, put Billy on my list.
Oh, good. That's a great idea.
So,
Okay. Well, then I
I'm
would say
not
if you're
sure.
working on anger right now, keep working on anger because that usually has its it kind of has a phase and like once you're done with anger, you don't want to have to like do it again. So I would say if anger feels easy for you and if you're finding a lot of things that you can you can be inspired to do the anger tapping around, I would say that's the great way to be. And maybe give yourself a break once in a while, do some ball of light with the chocolate or, whatever else you're craving on a day-to-day basis. But I would say that's probably enough work to do right now.
Well, I did go back and looking, found the script for chocolate. So,
Okay.
but when I found it, I was at, oh, I don't even want to eat chocolate. So I'm going to save that for when I'm really wanting it.
Okay.
But I do have one question.
Okay.
Sexual trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I've had therapy on that. I was, um, my incident was when I was about 5 years old, a neighbor boy, teenager. And I think I have kind of dealt with that and don't have any residual effect.
Okay.
But is it something that I should go back and address and see if there's something
I,
underlying?
I would say not right now while you're dealing with anger work, but if you haven't tapped on it, just because you went to therapy on it about it doesn't mean that it's gone. In my experience, the only way that you can truly heal completely a trauma is if you do tapping or EMDR. Those are the two kind of like ways that you can scramble the brain so that there's truly no trauma trigger. But just talking about it usually doesn't, and like talking about it in therapy usually doesn't clean it out good enough. That's
Okay.
my professional opinion. And
Okay.
usually we'll tell ourselves things like, you know what, it's fine. I worked on that. I don't need to like that's usually the conversation that we have around it because there's part of us that actually really doesn't want to go back there.
Well, just aside, I'm older. I'm 77. This happened when I was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And I've been claustrophobic as long as I can remember. And when I did work for claustrophobia, more past life type work, I found that it wasn't my brother that used to harass me that made me claustrophobic. It was an incident from when I was sexually assaulted
Okay.
because I could I could see where I was when this happened.
Okay. So if you
So
still have the claustrophobia, that would be a good sign that you still have that
okay,
connection, probably. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Margaret, for
all
checking
right,
in.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Malak.
Hey,
Hi.
hi, Brittany.
How are
Yeah, I
you?
had a huge wins this last month, but the highlight of it was the boundary tapping. Um, uh, like I got like immediate like two results that my ex-husband like finally stopped harassing me. And
Wow.
even if he tried like texting me, I'm not getting affected by anything he says anymore.
Wow.
And the second win was with the boundary tapping, actually three wins. The second one was that I was like, I said no to a friend that I used to help, but I thought I was helping, but she was basically like using me because like I used to like watch her kid and that kind of stuff. So I told her, no, I can't watch your kid anymore. And she got mad, she got sad, and I immediately blocked her for the first time ever. I
Wow.
block a person, and I was like, I don't need these people anymore in my life, and I'm happy with it. And
Wow.
the third one from the boundary tapping, I've done the boundary tapping on multiple people. You said like start with the parents, then I did it on my ex-husband. Then actually I did it on my siblings. Like I imagined all of them because we are like in a kind of culture that they like, I don't know if it's only in my culture, but they make fun of how you look. I have like, I'm from a big family, like we are totally nine kids. So they used to like make fun of how I look or how I talk, or so I did the boundary tapping on all of them, and my bloating has disappeared.
You're what?
I'm bloating. I've always been bloated.
Oh, you're
Uh,
bloating. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
disappeared literally. Like I had like IBS all my life, and I didn't know it's because of the boundary. You told me in one of the calls, you told me work more on the boundary. And I did it. I did like a lot, ton of tapping on the boundaries, like with all my siblings, with my parents, with my ex-husband. And I noticed that I'm so much lighter. Like I'm not bloated anymore. Like, and I can wear as tight as I want. So this is like the highlights of my wins. I have other wins I shared on the Facebook group.
Oh my
That's it.
gosh.
Thank you so much. I
You're
love
so
you.
welcome. I feel like you made like a major timeline jump. You jumped into the you jumped into
literally
a much better
literally
version
from
of your life.
literally from the 6 weeks program, I'm like a whole new person. I'm like, why I didn't find out about this until this. I had to go through divorce and like hardest time of my life to find it.
Hey, we come when we
Yeah,
come.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
Ah, thank you. Thank
bye.
you for sharing your wins. Congratulations. Hey, Brigitte.
Hi. Oh my
Hi.
gosh. So, while you guys were chatting, I had an epiphany that my parents have been with me like every weekend for the last month for like a total of 5 days, like long weekends,
Wow.
and it's been a lot. Normally, I get a break like every other weekend, something like that, but I had an epiphany to tap that shit out. I did because find I have to use way more patience than I ever did with my kids because my parents don't
Mm.
listen, which they're adults, so it happens, and they're both kind of slowly going into dementia a little bit. But
Oh,
it that has really like I feel so much lighter just like in the last 15 minutes. So that's
oh,
amazing. Win number
great.
one. Win number two, I have been plateaued probably since I want to say Cancun.
Okay.
October, and then November is when my husband, told me he cheated, and so I have also been doing a ton of anger tapping, which you had recommended to me.
Yeah.
Huge, huge thing. I've also my therapist identified him as a narcissist, so
No.
I've done delved deep into what a narcissist is, and now I'm kind of using what I know to get rid of some of the tension in the household because I'm about to file for divorce and I'm about to move in with my youngest daughter. And so I've got a lot of changes coming up, but I have never felt so peaceful and I feel so much better. And I'm excited with what the future holds. So many wins and so much lightness of spirit. And I've also dropped 2 pounds. And I'm not
Oh,
doing really anything different, except I feel like way more in control because I do anger tapping, I do ball of light, I do push the food away. The minute like I'm thinking about like a maple nut Persian donut, which I used to get every weekend, not anymore. And I feel like I'm just eating healthier because I'm doing the techniques. So
yeah.
that's all I've got for today, but it's a
Aw.
lot.
Thank you for that win. What a great
Yeah,
update. Congratulations. And those are really
thank you.
those are hard techniques to do, and it's really hard to do them all at once. So I applaud you for just really diving in and getting after it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Hey.
Um, for Christmas, I got 2 new pairs of leggings, my usual size. I was wearing them last week and I thought, these are kind of big. So I've ordered a smaller size. They're not here yet, but we'll see how they fit. But this is the
Fantastic.
first time I've been able to get to where I'm going down a size in clothes. So yes,
Congratulations.
that's my big win. Rhonda has started a 30-day challenge, which getting us back on track again. So that's helping. The holidays throws most of us off, I think. But I do have a question. I thoroughly loved the what you did for the holidays with
Mm.
the tapping and all that you did. But I thought the coaches were going to do something in January, and I haven't seen anything. So can you give us an update?
Yeah, we're just putting the finishing touches. We had most people were on vacation over the holidays, so in the next couple days we're gonna have a full calendar for January. So for those of you that are in the tapping circle, we'll have what classes the coaches are going to teach. We'll have a new study group for you guys to attend if you want to come to the live calls. And we're going to have some cool new specialty classes. I know we're going to have a movement class. We're gonna have a movement class and we're gonna have somebody talk about metabolism and we're gonna have one of the coaches talk about fasting and hormones and menopause.
Okay.
And they're all coaches that are trained in my techniques and also in these modalities. So
Okay, great. All
yeah,
right, thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, hi Robin. Oh, you don't have your hand up. I'm used to you having your hand up next. Do you want to check in?
Um, Things are going kind of, medium for me. I was secretly hoping that you would run out of talking to people and could lead us in a group tapping. That's what I was.
Oh, I don't do those. I don't do that on these calls.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm getting a lot from
There,
I have
if you
lots
want
of
more tapping for me, there is that available, but that's not
that's
what these calls are
yeah.
for.
I have lots of notes from what everybody else has been saying, which is
Cool.
wonderful. I
Okay.
greatly appreciate it.
All right. Awesome. Okay, Bridget, your hand is still up. Did you have another question?
Nope, sorry about that.
Okay.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah. No worries. Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions for today. You guys, I am like sweating. I am trying to get through this and I'm just really not feeling my best today. So I'm gonna take the couple extra minutes and jump off early and wish you all a very happy new year. And you'll get more information once we have the calendar figured out and all organized for you so that it's easy to see and the classes are easy to join. We'll send you guys an email for those of you that are in the tapping circle. And if you want to join the tapping circle, we'll give you a way to do that too. Okay, lots of love, everybody. Take care.